Welcome to ADlibnD, where a group of amateur role-playing enthusiasts run a weekly live-stream D&D 5e game with a twist. The viewing public can vote on a large group of random concepts before the episode takes place. Once tallied, the DM will select 5 of the 10 most popular random concepts and tailor that episode of the game against the chosen random concepts. Anything can happen, no episode will be the same. You can find where to vote on Discord on the Filthy Pigs Discord server. You can find that on Twitch and also in the YouTube channel. Anyway, moving on to the adventure at hand. The story that's happened so far is that we have had a group of 3 adventurers helping out a NPC by the name of Kordwin Brown to gather his lost teleporting clothes. They have retrieved all the items, but that wasn't before they've lost their first character, a Dimble, a forest gnome who was told to report back to the Siren, which is the head thief of the local thieves guild here in Medanio. Luckily, they managed to run into a separate character as they were heading out of the town last episode by the name of Jace, and he has agreed to help them to get the best out of Kordwin Brown with the returning of the items. So now we find the group just arriving back in Medanio, and the afternoon sun is beating down on them as they head towards the courtier's reprieve. So up to you guys.
So honestly, Namtar, Jace, there's no need. I promise. We're good. We've got this. We've already negotiated. It was difficult enough.
No, I insist. I mean, this he could not have possibly imagined how difficult this job was going to be, and 6 gold, it's insulting, really. I mean, you fellows, let me have a chat to him. I'm sure I can get him to pay you much more than that. Why? I think I can get him to give you at least 12.
I think you need to remember about the chest. We should focus on the chest.
Well, I'll need to see the chest anyway, so I may as well come up and I can negotiate with him for you, and we can check out the chest while we're in there. I think it's a perfect plan. We can do both at once.
You've raised some excellent arguments.
I think we should all try to do a little bit of distracting and let the others do their best to observe that chest as best as possible so we can clone it somehow.
This is fair, yeah. Let's definitely try and get a good look at that.
Yes, well, cloning chests isn't really a skill that I have, but I certainly can negotiate with this chap for you, and I could suss out the general lay of the land for you and see if we can come up with any ideas. But let's get you a good price for all this, eh?
Just don't forget, he is a gnome. He likes to fleece the truth a little.
I haven't found gnomes to be that way at all. They seem to be largely...
They're really good at it, that's why.
Well, all right then. Well, let's see. We'll see what this chap's like, eh? Shall we go in?
Yeah, let's go in.
Okay.
Yeah, I am happy to enter. Be careful of the barmaid, or maybe she is the barkeep. I do not know. She's a little aggressive in how she prices things. She will even sell you water. Crazy.
Oh, why?
It should be free.
I can't say I've got much use for water.
Is that a
You
fact?
drink it.
Why drink water when you've got perfectly good wine?
I maybe is a good point. I'm still feeling a little morose. So, yeah, maybe if you want to negotiate some wine into this deal, that would be not a bad thing.
Does the gnome have wine?
He was very fancy, as I recall. There's a lot of fancy things up there. It might have.
Well, we'll keep that in mind, hey?
Oh, and he showed us something else that caught your attention, Alarak. What was that thing he had again?
Kordwin Brown, did he have?
Some nimble dimble. Ha! That's a pun, I guess.
The cloak of nimbleness he was going to give. Was this the...
A device that you caught your fancy.
You recall that the item he was going to provide you, if you retrieved his items in the specified time, was called the Clock of Nimbleness, it was a small fob watch like item.
That explains it, because I remember it being a cloak. Okay, a clock.
Right, a clock. Did he demonstrate this to us? I do not remember if we asked for demonstration.
That would have been good to do in the negotiations.
Damn. We should have thought of that before.
I'm sure you
Still,
can attempt it now.
Let's see what this Jace fellow is able to do.
Yes, let's.
Okay then. So, shall we march in and you can point out this gnome fellow to me?
Most certainly.
Okay. So you guys head towards the courtier's reprieve, and you know, Jace, that this building is, as you head towards the direction that your allies are pointing you towards, seems to be fairly close to the Dragon's Eye merchant you dealt with earlier. So you were using a disguise at the time, but it makes you feel a little bit nervous getting rather close to that same building. But yeah. But as you go there, you find that the Courtier's Reprieve is the main building in this courtyard. It's the one, as you can see on the map there, at the sort of middle left section. It's the white building. So you enter that building, and you find that this is probably the highest class in Medanio. It's has very fine wooden furnishings with interesting fabrics and paintings along the walls. All the things like the forks and knives and glasses are all sparkling clean and have fine,
Precious metal?
they seem like fine, finely wrought and crafted. As you proceed into the door, the lady that met you originally, Nessie, greets you again and says, "Oh, hello. You've returned rather quickly. Are you after Kordwin Brown again?"
Jace does a sweeping bow and says, "My good lady, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Jace Nailo. I've recently met the acquaintance of these fine gentlemen who you seem to already know."
She gives you an appraising look and goes, "Well, aren't you a stunning specimen?"
Kind of you to say so, madam. You quite fine looking yourself, if you don't mind me saying.
"Oh, why, thank you." She sort of blushes slightly, and then she looks towards you again, Jason, and says, "Well, I guess it's an improvement from that forest gnome you brought in before. He seemed a little earthy, I guess you could say. Not really my type."
Can I like do a perception check or something like this? Like, is she actually that fancy, or is Jace really just trying to persuade her? I guess be charismatic.
Well, I'm sure Jace is trying to be charismatic, but you can certainly do a perception check.
Yeah, I'm. What I'm trying to do is what I'm saying is Wobani's kind of like trying to figure out here how Jace handles things here. So he's trying to sit there and think, is she really good looking? Is this a way of working with words to try to get something?
So if you're trying to work out reactions and behaviors and such, that would be
Yes.
insight. If you're
Sure.
just looking at the if someone in your eyes is pretty, or if you're looking for a particular object, that would be perception. So if it's behaviors, it's insight. If it's just visual effects, then it's perception.
So behavior, and that is a 13.
Okay, so you certainly notice that Nessie has warmed somewhat to Jace. Jace seems to be quite cordial. He's wearing fine clothes that Jessie certainly notices straight off the bat, and sees him as a potential target, possibly for discussion and such. So
For ripping off. Yep.
Beyond that, it's a bit harder to see anything else.
So in terms of Nessie herself, like, does she look like someone, like when Jace started talking to her, she reacted well to the words?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And she's human, or?
She's human, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mid-20s human. Rather revealing clothes, and the way she's moving at the moment towards Jace, like as in her movements, trying to take advantage of that.
Hello again, Miss Nessie. I wonder if you might have strong drink available.
We always have strong drinks available for the right price.
And I wonder what that price might be, because I would like something strong.
Well, our finest liqueur is the dwarven firebrand, but that sets you back a pretty penny. It's worth every cent, though. That would be 2 gold for a nice tumbler glass of that.
And this dwarven firebrand, it is good for kind of deadening the emotions.
I have not tried it myself, but I prefer the wines, really. But from the people I have discussed who have tried it, it certainly is quite a strong alcoholic drink. And if you have too much, you're liable to fall unconscious. So yes, it certainly would deaden the senses, if that's what you're after.
I think for 2 gold, that is a little bit too costly. If you just give me your strongest ale or mead, that might be better.
She sort of nods and says, well, that will be about 8 silver for the strongest mead. That is a fine human ale that has been grown. The barley was grown down in Pontovino, and it is the Pontovino light ale.
Damn, you are expensive compared to the places where we live. I think perhaps I will say, screw that price. I am not paying. There must be gold flecks in that mead for that kind of a price. 8 silvers, you say? Wow.
We only serve the best wine here for the best clients. As you can see, this inn is in the best location in this city, and it serves only the most important clients, as you are going to see now. Kordwin
is an important client.
Mr. Brown has no issues with that sort of cost.
Really? I see. And you are good friends with Mr. Brown?
Well, I have seen him here on occasion. He lives back in the gnomish lands, Lord and Lee,
I see.
but he does come here on occasion.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt your conversation with my friend here, Mr. Jace.
It's quite all right. Are you guys interested in heading up and seeing Kordwin Brown, or will you be happy to try some of the local wines we have in the cellar?
My dear lady, I would be delighted to try some of the wines from your cellar, but I fear duty calls. Perhaps after we've finished our business with Mr. Brown, we could discuss further what you have down below.
Oh, I will keep you to that, Jace. If you would like to follow me, I can take you up to Kordwin at this point.
Please, lead the way.
With that, she spins on her heel and strides towards the staircase. Can you make a perception check, Namta? You definitely get
22.
You definitely get the hint that the method of her walking towards the staircase is intended to show off her best assets.
Excellent.
Okay, so you guys head up the stairs, and she raps on the door slightly of Kordwin's room, and it's the same room as before. There's a short pause before you hear Kordwin's voice saying, "Come in, come in." And she opens the door and then gestures for yourselves to head towards the open portal.
As she leaves, I try to do the flourish that Jace had done earlier.
Make a performance check.
This is not going to go well. 11.
Jace was about to do a flourish, but when he saw Wobani doing it, he gave Nessie a wink instead.
So Wobani attempts the flourish you saw Jace do, and it is serviceable, but at one point his movements are a little bit forced, and it doesn't quite have the same effect that Jace did before. She sort of smiles and giggles at your performance, Wobani, and then heads on downstairs. She gives a sly wink towards Jace before she leaves.
I did that right, Jace.
We can work on it later, Wobani.
Okay, so you head inside Kordwin's room, and the same material is there at the moment. The small chest on the floor is there and closed at this stage. And as you guys enter, he looks towards you and goes, I'm sure I noticed it was a different person when I saw you a couple of days ago. What happened to him?
No, Mr. Brown. I think you might be incorrect. Jace was with us before. It was just illusion.
Make a deception check with disadvantage, please.
And of course, I got a big grin on my face when I say this. That's a 15.
17. And
Not bad.
Yeah, I was really expecting that to fail, but okay.
So with a 15, he sort of looks at you, thinks on it for a little bit, and then sort of disregards the train of thought and goes, "Very well."
I joke, Mr. Brown. It was not. This is a new friend. Dimble is At the moment, he is not
Indisposed.
available. Yes, that's the word.
Right, well.
Jace Nailo, a bard extraordinaire at your service, Mr. Brown, sir.
Well met, Jace. How is it you found yourself in the in the company of these two fine gentlemen?
We rescued him.
Is that so?
Oh, we rescued each other, I think might be the kindest way to put it. There was some bandit trouble on the road out of town, and we, Wobani and Alarak arrived as I was mopping things up.
Bandit trouble, you say?
Indeed.
Well, that can't help trade matters. I'll have to remember to mention that as I discuss the trade deal between Lord and Lee and Medano. Thank you for letting me know.
Well, there are fewer bandits today than there were yesterday, I must tell you that. But on the subject of bandits, they did contribute to the job being a little more difficult than I think was anticipated when they originally struck the bargain with you. I mean, 6 gold is completely inadequate for the amount of effort required to produce for you these fine garments. And Jace flourishes towards who's holding the garments? Is it Wobani or Alarak?
I think I've got 2 of them.
He flourishes in your direction, anticipating that you produce them.
I will.
So
without any flourish, just very casually hold them up.
So he looks to Jace with eyebrows raised and says, 6 gold, you say? I think your companions aren't telling you the full story.
Indeed, they were quite emphatic. But I'm glad to hear that you're prepared to pay more than 6 gold. I think if we can increase the sum, then I think we could all go away happy.
The agreement was for 24 gold at the outset and 36 gold for the return of all the items. And if you did it within a certain time frame, you would get this clock of nimbleness that I have crafted, which will help you out in certain situations.
Jace gives Alarak and Wobani a long, hard look, and then he says, "See, gentlemen, I told you I could negotiate a better deal for you. Now, how about that, eh?"
Yeah, you made it look very easy.
You must understand, good Kordwin, Jace is new to our fine institution of the Dodgy Brothers, Solution Architects. We needed to be sure that his tongue was as silver as he claimed.
Well.
I think we can agree that I've earned a bonus for negotiating such a fine increase to the 6 gold that you were previously anticipating. Hey, Wobani and Alarak.
I, for one, do not care how you split the gold, but I would like to see the items first. I can see 2 there that Alarak is holding, but where is the 3rd? Where is the hat?
I have the hat. I produced the hat.
Oh, excellent. Well, let me just retrieve the gold and the timepiece, and you can be on your way. So
I'm trying to watch extra carefully, looking about.
As is Alarak.
About the chest itself.
The chest.
Where he goes for the chest. Yeah, anything he does to unlock it.
Yeah, Jace too.
Work out the finer details.
Okay, so he leans over. The chest is currently closed. He waves his hand over the chest and mumbles something softly. And the chest door opens up. And then he ducks in and pulls out a small bag and a small leather satchel and hands them over to yourself, Jace, and then takes the items that he was requesting. So we'll just do that in a second.
And did we observe like his gestures that he did and the words that he whispered? Like, did we hear them well?
He whispered quite softly. What languages do you guys know?
That's a great
I
question.
know Celestial and Common.
Common and Orc. It was Orc, wasn't it?
Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
Okay, so none of you recognize the language he used. It's never Orc, no. You'd be surprised for a gnome to be speaking Orc to a chest that he deals with. Okay, so who wants the Clock of Nimbleness?
I think you wanted that, didn't you, Alarak?
I do believe that I've been struggling a bit trying to actually catch up to things these last few encounters. It sounds like it would help me, but I'm happy to, find some other fair way of divvying it out if they want.
So I've distributed the gold. So he passes you the bundle and the leather satchel, which contains the clock, and says, "Well, that was excellent. If I need your help in the future for any other situations where your type will come in handy, I'm sure I will get in contact with you."
And as he's saying, do we see what's inside the chest? I rolled 14 on perception.
You do catch the sight of a couple of items of clothing. It seems to be some sort of small travel chest. So there's effects for his routine for bedtime and a few sets of clothes. And it's a bit hard to see anything else because he was partially covering the chest.
Just so you know, Jace rolled an 8 and Alarak rolled a 22 for those listening and can't see.
Well, Alarak heard him whisper, but he didn't understand the language.
Yeah. And the chest itself, does it look like... You said it's a small travel type thing, so it doesn't look like it's moored down to anything.
No, it's not. Not currently.
And it looked ornate?
It is quite a ornate chest, yeah.
So I kind of make a little gesture to Alarak, a hand gesture that kind of was like a, like A-OK, the forefinger touching the thumb, and with the intent of, and then my eyebrows raised up to kind of indicate, did you see that?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'll give him just the quick nod, trying to keep it discreet. I saw it.
Well, Mr. Kordwin, it was good, this little business you have given us. I am extremely curious, though. Are you not concerned these clothes will disappear again if they teleport like this? This seems problematic.
Well, no. I think they were just a little interested in seeing the world a little bit, but I think they'll be quite happy now. I have it all under control, but thank you for your concern.
So you don't need this stone back?
Well, you can have the stone. It will only last about a week or so before it disintegrates.
Oh, fair enough. It's an interesting little... Yeah. It's quite an interesting little thing. It would be useful. Like, if you could make those, that would be... You're clearly a man of many skills.
Indeed I am. The realm of Lord&Lee is filled with interesting magics. You should come by sometime.
Lord&Lee, this is... So Modanyo is not your home?
Oh, no. I live in the gnomish lands. The realm of Lord&Lee is what we call it.
Now, I don't mean to be rude, but will I be able to enter any buildings there? Is it worth visiting?
Well, we don't discriminate against any one particular person. I'm sure you'll be able to enter into buildings that you require.
Oh, I think
I don't mean
Mr.
are they going to
Kordwin,
stop me?
you
I mean, am I even going to be
misunderstood.
physically be able to get in the door if it's
Oh.
the gnomish country?
Right, well, yes, you might have a little bit of difficulty getting into some of the buildings, yes, but the larger, grander rooms and houses would be able to facilitate your height, as well as the traveling international inns. They would have been designed to handle larger people, such as yourselves.
Good to know. It
never-
sounds like an excellent place. We should visit.
I've never been to Lord and Lee. Where is Lord and Lee on the road out of Modano?
Oh, it's quite a distance, at least 200 miles from here.
I see. And you come with caravan?
No, just myself and my horse.
This stone that you say will crumble in 1 week, is there a way that you might prevent such a thing from happening? That we might use it to find other objects?
If you need to have a stone to retrieve other objects, that would require a separate spell. This one was just a temporary spell to have an eye to trace the clothes.
Ah, I see.
But I could provide that service for you if the price is right, of course.
What I thought perhaps the retrieval of these most excellent and beautiful clothes that decided to leave you on an adventure would be potentially a part of good relations between your organization and the solution architects that we are.
Well, I already mentioned that if I have a separate requirement, I will come and see you if I'm in Modano at the time. Isn't that what you're after?
Exactly. Now that we've proven ourselves, we do hope you think of us in future whenever you've got tasks. The Dodgy Brothers are always there. You can trust us.
Well, that's good to know. Right,
Thank you very much.
I think
Yep.
with that, I'll.
Before we go, though, you mentioned some problems. What might that have been about?
No, I don't recall mentioning any problems as such, apart from my clothes.
No.
And the bandits. He said the bandits might be an issue.
Yes.
Well, yes, but you brought that to my attention now. I'm in the middle of a trade discussion between Lord and Lee and Modano. The appearance of bandits may put a bit of a spanner in the works, as it were.
Is this perhaps something we might assist you with?
Me?
After
no.
all.
Surely you can discuss this with the correct authorities in Modano. I have no sway in the matter.
No, but I was concerned about your trade deal.
Yes, but that is for me and Lord and Lee to discuss with Modano. The issue of bandits in Modano's realm is the problem of Modano. It'll just mean that we will probably be increasing fees and such.
I see.
Sort of a risk payment.
And might I ask, who in Modano are you doing the trade deal with?
With the government here.
Okay.
Good to know. Thank you very much for your time. I hope to see you again as a return customer.
Indeed. I'll try and make sure I pass on any suggestions and recommendations to my colleagues as well.
It has been a great pleasure to make your acquaintance, Sir Gnome. I I hope we get an opportunity to do business with you again.
And for me as well. Thank you very much.
Good day.
Good day.
And
Are you going
Wobani
to try and
just
do a
kinda
flourish
nods.
with Bunny?
Yeah, Wobani absolutely will do a flourish.
So once we've left the room, Jace turns to Wobani and Alarak and says, if you chaps wanted to go ahead and I can catch up with you later. I think I might stay here for a little bit longer.
Ah.
Inside check.
Go for it.
Yeah, fair enough. I've got these scalps to sell, so I'll be back in a minute. Meet you back at the. Does he know where our place is?
Your place is at the east. Oh, does he know? He's never been
Yeah.
there.
Why don't you tell me where you want to meet up?
Well,
Oh, it's in the finest area of town. It's called Dodgy Brothers. It's a fairly new building. If you ask around, you should be able to find it.
do you know Salt-Eyed Pete from the market up in the south?
I think I've come across him, but he travels around the whole city with his cart, doesn't he?
Well, he has a shop there as well. He definitely knows where we are, where the Dodgy Brothers are. But we are just off of a park in the east.
Oh, I think I know that spot. Yes. Not terribly new, though. Didn't you say it was new?
It's under new management. The building's not new.
Okay, right.
Reclaimed. Yes, are you sure that you are good here? I think that it would be your skills in persuading might be of good use with the guard. They were.
Come, my friend.
Sure I want to see them again.
He is putting his skills in persuasion to use elsewhere. We'll go get. We'll sell the scalps.
Okay.
Did you want to have a look at the item you picked up, Alarak, and read through it, or you're happy to just have a look at it?
I was going to do it in the when there was a break when we were moving down. Sure. So it is called the Cloak of Nimbleness, and it is a clock of. Why do I think even as a clock? Clock of Nimbleness, with it keeps exquisite time, and it does have a bit of magical essence to it. On one side of it, there's a button. I'm imagining it like that movie. I think it was, yeah. And so when you click that button and press the command phrase "Time is on my side," it activates, and you can cast the spell Expeditious Retreat as a bonus action.
Perfect. Okay, so you're hanging back here, Jace, at the Courtier's Reprieve, whereas Wobani and Alarak are heading towards the garrison?
Jace's plan was to go back down to the common room and flirt with Nessie for a little bit.
Okay. All right, so we'll go with Wobani and Alarak for now. So you guys head down the stairs, and Jace heads towards to see Nessie, who's standing behind the bar at this stage, whereas you guys head towards. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just it was like, yep.
Yep. As you guys head towards the garrison. Now, I'll let you know the scalps you have. Two of them are pretty much bandit scalps. They have hair and such, whereas the other three are scalps from kobolds, so they're just scales and such. So you might have a bit more of a difficult time trying to pass them off as bandit scalps. Just forewarning.
Oh, I figured. All
right. So it takes you about half an hour to travel down to the garrison at this time of the afternoon. And as you get there, you notice that Thelma is once again at the reception desk of the garrison. And she's busy at work on some documentation at this stage.
I do not
Thelma.
enter. I stay out, and I'm like, Alarak, this I do not want to meet this Thelma again. And I do not want to look at the scalps. Yes, that's right. No, the scalps is what bothered. No, Thelma, I'm staying outside.
All right, buddy. It's okay. I'm gonna pat you pretty hard on the shoulder. You just wait out here. Business will be done in a sec.
I will cover the door. Yes.
Yeah. So I'll stroll confidently in, take those scalps I had, all in one palm. Hey, Thelma, good to see you again. And just slap them right on a desk. Here you go. Mission accomplished.
She doesn't look up. She keeps working on the paperwork that she's on. How long do you stand there for?
Well, I mean, I did just slap 5 bleeding scalps on her desk. She's still not looking up. Okay. Oh, well, wait. Just 60 seconds till it becomes awkward.
So she keeps working away at the documentation and then finishes off what she's been writing in about 30 seconds and then starts filing it in a drawer there. And then she moves ahead towards the scalps and then looks up at you with one eyebrow raised and goes, "Do I recognize you?"
Well, yes. You. We came in inquiring about the bandits, and you said you'd be giving us 5 gold per scalp, I believe it was.
That doesn't sound like me at all. If we're retrieving scalps, that would be 5 silver apiece.
5 silver, gold. It's confusing.
Yes, one such as yourself would easily make that mistake. Right, well, what have you got here? And she sort of starts lifting up the scalps and goes, yes. Well, I don't know where you got these scalps here, pointing towards the cobalt scalps, but I'll certainly pay for the 2 here. These seem fresh, and certainly the descriptions that we have received about the bandits seem to align with these scalps, so that'll be 1 gold.
What do you mean? All 5 were attacking a merchant on the road?
Is that so? Gonna make a deception check. So that's an 8. Really? I can't see. These look a bit like cobalt scalps. Can't see kobolds and humans working, or half-elves working together.
Well, maybe they're desperate. Maybe they've got some. I don't know. We didn't stop to ask and inquire as to how this came about. We just stopped them attacking a merchant.
Right. Well, I will pay 1 copper for all of these cobalt scalps, and that's just to get you out the door.
Yeah, okay. I'm not exactly happy about it. We'll know in future just to leave the bandit kobolds in the forest and just leave the humans. Okay.
Yes. Did you find out where they came from?
Not quite. We lost their trail in the woods. It was quite. They're quite apt to. But we know where they're attacking people. We do know where they're attacking, and we can follow their trail from there. Might give it another shot. But we didn't actually find their hideout, no.
Listen, I appreciate you retrieving these scalps, and if you're able to find this bandit camp and clean it out, I'm happy to provide 100 gold for the service.
100 gold? And you don't care if there's kobolds in there? You want them gone as well?
Just clearing out the bandits in general would be appreciative, yes.
100 gold? I do believe the Dodgy Brothers may be able to accommodate that. Let me talk with my associates, and if we clear out the bandits, we'll let you know.
Excellent. Well, you keep me informed, and I will make sure that these bandits are clear. But I will expect detailed information of where the camp is so that we can verify your story.
Absolutely. Of course, I would expect nothing less.
Right. Well, here's your 1 gold and 1 copper. and I'll expect a report from you as soon as you are able. Thank you very much.
Nice seeing you as always, Selma. I give it a wink and walk out.
Okay, I've thrown that in the party sheet. I'll just leave that there for now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did it go, Alarak?
Dodgy Brothers have just been hired for a new task. She was so impressed.
Ah, that's good. So what does she want us to do now?
Clear out those bandits. We have to find them, clear them out, and tell the guards where the location of their base was. Once we've cleared them out.
Cleared them out. Is she wanting us to kill them?
That was definitely the implication, more than with the kobold. She just wanted them gone, however. Nah, the guard wants the bandits gone, as in under the ground. Is that a problem?
I would rather not kill them again. Perhaps there is other solutions.
Well, we are solution architects. I'm sure you can come up with something. Shall we head back? Come up with a plan?
Yes, let's go see how Lucy is doing. Maybe the place is... I don't know, maybe she's been busy. We could hope. We gave her a good bit of money. Maybe she's made the place more homey. I do not know. Or maybe she's taken... Well, there's nothing there for her to take. Just a stained sofa.
And I don't think she could lift the same sofa anyway. So it's safe.
Well, she seems to be resourceful, that little minx.
Now that you say that, you are quite right. We should go quickly and check on our sofa.
Who knows
Indeed.
what she's done to the place while you guys have been away.
Exactly. Now Alarak's worried.
If she gets hysterical, you deal with her. You, give her the evil eye.
How's this? And I'll give Wobani the evil eye as practice.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not going to do it, Alarak. Maybe instead you can do. I have it. Perfect solution architect idea. You can make her dinner.
I just gave the scalps to the guards. We don't have them anymore.
Oh, and Wobani scratches his head. He has no idea where the hell Alarak has just gone with his conversation point. He's like, yes, no, right. Oh, Alarak, one day I need to visit your homeland. It seems very strange, the things you say. I wonder if you still have issues with common.
Must be the case. Shall we head back? And start heading back towards our Dodgy Brothers' fine establishment.
As you guys head towards the Dodgy Brothers building, I will swing back to the Courtier's Reprieve with Jace and Nessie. So what are you doing, Jace?
So I don't know the extent to which you want to roleplay this, but Jace's plan was to go back downstairs, order a glass of wine from Nessie, and engage in some banter and light flirting, and see where it leads.
Okay. So you walk up to the bar and she goes, "Oh, well, hello, you're back again. Excellent. What is it you desire?"
Jace gives her a look up and down and says, well, to start with, perhaps a glass of that wine that you mentioned you like, and perhaps one for yourself as well.
That would be outstanding. Just a moment, I think I have the right bottle. And she sort of turns around and walks towards a certain section of the bar, pulls down a bottle from the highest shelf, has a look, and then pops the cork and pours a couple of glasses, then slides one up to you and goes, "On the house, my friend. Haven't seen you around
thank you very
before."
much. We'll have to make sure that we make up for that.
Indeed. So have you been here long?
Oh, I've been making my way up north. I have heard the ladies up here in Modano, the most beautiful in all the kingdom.
Oh, you get everywhere with flattery. Right. Well, if there is what else would you be looking for here in Medano? Are you looking at trading things, selling things?
Was you're interested in conducting business, are you? I had hoped a conversation could go in a different direction.
Oh, we can't talk about both things.
I was thinking we could finish our wine and then perhaps we could inspect the cellars that you mentioned earlier.
Well, I think that's probably a good start. And with that, she sculls the wine in front of you and looks at you with an arched eyebrow.
Jace does the same.
And we'll
Offers her
fade.
an arm.
We'll fade to black there.
For the best, I think.
I think so. Okay, so you guys, that is to say, Alarak and Wobani, head towards your establishment, and it's heading towards dusk now. You find that there is a light on the first floor, and a bit of light on at the ground floor as well.
I would have stopped on our way by any local tavern that I knew where the prices was a lot more to my pocketbook's size, I guess is what I wanted to say.
The cheapest establishment would be the Filthy Pig, which is
okay,
kind of on your way.
Well, if the Filthy Pig was on the way, that's where we stopped. Or that's where I'd like to stop.
Okay, so that's at the southern gate.
Yeah.
It is the lowest of the low, where inns and taverns.
Absolutely, that's where I needed to go.
Are you joining him, Alarak?
Yeah, he needs a drink. Absolutely.
Okay. So
let's go to the Filthy Pig, Alarak. I need some ale that doesn't cost me an arm, a leg, a finger, and a toe.
Well, surely if it's already costing an arm, isn't the finger included?
Not there. Not at the Filthy Pig. Come on. That's where Dimble had all of his problems, remember?
Right, we should definitely go there then. Yes. Sounds like a very respectable establishment.
I think so. Just make sure you hide the clock is all.
That's a good point. It's in my loincloth then.
That's the perfect place. Nobody goes inside there.
A little bit harsh.
Even your wife. Didn't you tell me you're hermaphrodites over there?
That was never said. You said that.
Oh, right. I said that.
And it's fiancé.
She must be really worried about you. It's been a long time.
Yeah, definitely. I hope she hasn't given up.
Maybe if we find a solution for this bandit problem, maybe that will be a good way. Maybe we'll have enough gold to start our way back to your home.
Fund an expedition. Absolutely. I like the way you're thinking.
Or
But
maybe
before that-
search for people who know anything. Anyways, yes. We're almost there.
As you get close, the noise and the smell precedes the visual on the building. Even at this early hour, at dusk, there's bawdy music coming out of the filthy pig, and there's a bit of raucous laughter going on. The smell is a distinctive one from the filthy pig. It's the smell of stale ale and hardly replaced floor lining, as it were. Normally they have straw at the bottom of these, on the floors of some of these inns, and you suspect it hasn't been replaced in a while.
So when we're coming up, if there was a guy who's kind of taking a leak on the side of the building, I would have given him a kick. Cut that out. You know, I respect the establishment. I want to make sure, they know that I know that we know the filthy pig.
That they know that we know that they will know.
Yes.
Right. So
exactly.
there is one guy who's standing there. He's a portly looking fellow. He's sort of leaning against the alleyway of the filthy pig area and is gently relieving himself.
It's not shady-eyed Pete, is it?
No, this is not shifty-eyed Pete. No.
No, shifty-eyed. So I do give the portly fellow a boot, and I'm like, "Yay, enough! There's an outhouse. Come on."
Hey,
that's disgusting.
Who do you think you are?
You will never know my name. I have no name. You can call me the Sky. Now cut that disgusting behavior out.
I don't know who you think you are, but I'm going home. Yeah.
Yes, you better. Because if you do not, then Donnaroo will be on you like a dog on a stick.
He sort of looks rather confused and then turns around and stumbles down the alleyway.
His name's Jace.
Oh, that was a good one, Alarak.
You're not
just
sure
give him a test.
You're not sure whether he heard or not.
Jace needs to prove he can handle himself. I wasn't too impressed with those bandits. We had to rescue him.
Okay, so you head towards the entrance of the filthy pig.
Mm-hmm.
And as you slide through the front door, the smell and the music and general sound, hits you a bit like a fist to the face. It's already running at full tilt. There's hardly a space left at the tables, and there is even a fist fight going on in one corner at this stage that people are seemingly ignoring between two drunken humans. And
fantastic.
Well, normally I'd go and try to make a bet, but yeah, I'm going to just head to the bar.
Okay.
Can I just look at the barkeep? Can I get a really detailed description of who's actually manning this bar, who owns it?
So the person at the bar is a dwarven character. He's only just fitting over the bar itself. So you get a feeling he's only about a little over 4 feet tall. He has red hair and a red beard. He's wearing leathers and black work pants. Well, you can't tell the pants at this position.
All right. Well, I'll head over. Do you want to get us a drink? And I'll head over to make some bets and do some bookieing around the fight.
Same as always, Alarak.
Yeah. The cheapest stuff for the highest alcohol. That's the good stuff.
Right. All right. Hello, my master dwarf friend. I hope you remember me from the other day, and remember how much respect I have for your establishment. I need a strong drink for myself and my good companion. You must remember Alarak, the unique orc.
He gives you a bit of a long stare and looks off to Alarak and goes, don't rightly know you guys at all. But ale, I can certainly pass on to you. I've got a nice stout that'll set you back 3 coppers.
This is the one that has the highest alcohol content, if I remember.
Oh, it'll knock your socks off.
Excellent. That is the one. I need 2 of those, please. And I'm sad to hear you do not recall me. I remember you well, Mr.
Make a history check.
Mr. Tears?
Mr. Tears. The dwarf called Tears. History check. Here we go. Yeehaw!
It's a natural 1. Fantastic. You have seen him before when you've been here. He tends to be the barman, but you can't for the life of you know his name at all.
I will say, good Master Tears.
The name's Hedge Thunderstone.
Yes, of course.
I don't know where you're getting tears
right.
from. Do you want this beer or not?
Yes, I do. Yes, please.
Right, well, hold on a sec. He sort of bends down, brings out a couple of large mugs, spits in one, and wipes it down clean, and then uses the same rag to wipe down the other mug, and then fills it up with 2 foaming black liquids. That'll be
excellent.
6 coppers, thanks.
I will pay that assuredly. I am so glad that you spit clean your mugs. We don't see that often enough.
It's the only way to be sure to sanitize them. You get to know this when you work behind the bar.
Of course, Hedgie. I could not agree more.
The name's Hedge, not Hedgie.
Oh, sorry. Yes, right. I knew that. I forget though. Are you the owner of this fine tavern?
No, that'd be my brother, Horace.
Oh, right. Of course, I remember Horace. Yes, certainly. Thank you for this. I should probably leave you be. I need to drink this as soon as possible.
Cheers, mate. And with that, he sort of looks away from you and moves on to another patron who's busily trying to get his attention. Sort of a large.
And I head back to Alarak.
Okay, so
and
Alarak,
I suck back my ale on the way, so it's done by the time I arrive.
It's certainly strong. It's not the best tasting ale you've tried, but it gets the job done. There seems to be, for you, Alarak, you're looking for a table, are you?
No, I was looking to make some bets on that fight that was going on. Make some money.
Okay. So there's a couple of people around there. 2 Dragonborn. One is a Onyx Dragonborn, and the other one is a Slate Dragonborn. And outside of that, there is a human also sort of busily watching the fight.
And the 2 fighters, does one seem to be winning?
Hard to say at the moment. They both look quite beaten up. They've got a few bruises to their eyes and face, and they're staggering. They're both staggering a little bit. That could be from the booze they've drunk, but it could also be a level of punch drunkenness.
5 gold on the bold one.
The Onyx Dragonborn looks around and goes, "Right, well, that'll be at least your minimum bets of 10 gold, please."
Minimum bets of 10 in this place?
Yes. You got a problem with that?
I've got a problem with you.
Make a perception check. Right. So that's a 7 in total. You don't notice anything at the moment. He sort of starts. He's very similar in height to you, so you're not particularly looming over him as such. He just looks at you, not particularly passive. He's got a bit of a sneer on his face.
We're going to start doing the chest bump thing soon, yeah? We're getting...
if you do want to go that way, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting into that posture. I'm staring him down as well.
Okay. Are you moving towards him? You're about 5-10 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk up to him, you feel a blade at your chest. And looking down, you see a halfling holding a dagger there, going, "That's far enough, boy. If you don't respect the people here, you can go."
So those two are fighting. But this guy's a coward. Okay.
So, are you going to pay the 10 gold, or are you going to turn around and walk away? Or do I have to spill your guts all over the floor? Can you make another perception check? Right.
That's another 7.
That's another 7. So
I'm going to make a big show of it, getting sort of squatting down a bit, getting to his height. I'd like to see you try.
And I arrive at that. If I arrive at the point, I'll jump in.
Okay, it's at this point that Wobani is walking with an empty mug and a full mug for Alarak.
Alarak, I've got your ale.
Halfling.
Is anyone here looking for healing?
These guys will be.
Is that so?
Yes, I am an excellent healer. I mean, I have the presence of a healer. Can't you tell? Your fighters there, they look like they need some healing. I'm sure that if they're your fighters, perhaps you would be interested to make sure that they are in good shape for the next round.
Any damage they take will be a lesson for them the next day. They don't need healing. Thank you very much.
Well, of course not. It's clearly a rigged fight.
Oh, are you rigging fights here? That seems not like the right thing to do.
And I'd say that loudly enough so that trying to get it, so the people in the area can hear.
Okay, can I get you to make a perception check with Barney, please?
Right.
That
there
God,
is
what's
an
with
8.
the 3s?
Wow.
So that's a total of 8. At this stage, though, it is quite obvious that about 3 tables full of people are all watching this intently, and there's some people with their hands on their hips. You would guess that there is at least 10 people that are watching this exchange intently.
Is the halfling sitting down?
He's currently sitting down at one of those tables and is holding a dagger to the chest of Alarak.
Here's what I was thinking that I would do. I would set my mug down on the table for Alarak, and as I'm bending down, I will voice a couple of. So the table that this is the same table the halfling is sitting at. So the Alarak is kind of like right across from him.
So all the tables nearby are full. He was walking towards the Onyx Dragonborn to negotiate a betting price, and was walking past the table when he felt a dagger at his chest.
Okay, so am I close enough then at the table that I would be able to say touch the halfling?
You would move. You'd have to move up a little bit to touch the halfling, but you could do that. Yeah.
So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to move up to the table, put Alarak's glass down, or his mug down with his ale, and as I'm bending down, I just with the side of my hand that's got the mug, touch the halfling at that point, my other hand behind my back is making a somatic move, and I'm voicing a spell to basically mend the halfling's pants to the chair.
That's not how mending works.
Yeah, I know it's not, but I thought I gave it a shot. It seemed like a fun thing to do.
Yeah, but that's not how the spell mending works.
Yes, I know.
It's mending two broken things together.
Yes, I know.
So
I was thinking his pants were part of the tree. I believed it in my heart. No, it's okay.
You can try it. I'm happy for you to attempt it.
Yeah, I'm going to totally do it because in my heart I believe this is going to work.
Okay. Can I get you to make a sleight of hand check, please?
Sure.
Better hope it's not another 3.
I sure hope not. 15.
15. Okay, so as you bend over to place the mug down and start reaching towards him, you start casting the spell, and you are able to release the divine magics towards him, but nothing seems to happen. But as you're doing that, the 10 people stand up surrounding you, and there is an unsheathing of weapons all around you, as at least 10 thug-looking people are drawing their weapons. And you can hear the halfling look up at you and say, "I really wouldn't be doing that. This is your final warning. I think you guys need to leave."
I'll just look up at the Dragonborn. 10 versus 2 with weapons? That's pathetic. Take my drink, scull it, and walk away.
Yes, that wasn't quite. It was good to meet you, Mr. Halfling.
And the pleasure is not mine.
I square my shoulders. I make sure that my cloak and my hood are dropped down as much as possible, and I with every core of my being, I try to evince the healer's calm.
Okay, so you attempt
this.
Yeah, I'm aware. You attempt the healer's calm, but
yes, I know.
It's not. It's you as you leave the filthy pig. The level of danger doesn't seem to degrade until you're actually outside.
Well, Alarak, we almost had another incident. Damn. One day, they will say our names with proper respect.
Oh, they're a bunch of cowards just 10 people pulling weapons in a bar. Fisticuffs. Don't know what's going on. There's etiquette. There's social niceties and rules that need to be followed.
Yes.
This is clearly a hole. This filthy pig tavern is just not respectable.
Yes, I know it's not respectable. They don't follow the right rules, but they will know the Dodgy Brothers. I tell you that. I am sure. Them sons of bitches. They will fear us.
Damn straight. Alright, head home. I reckon it's probably a bad idea to just walk back in and start buying more beer. Just putting that one out there.
There are other inns and taverns around the city of Verdano.
I think I already had some ale that was bought from Shady Pete before. We'll just have a quiet night. If that's what you're up.
Shifty-eyed Pete.
Yep.
There we go.
I'll buy a couple more of whatever I need to make sure that I'm good and intoxicated by, through the night.
Okay, so as you guys head back towards your home, you catch sight of a particular half-elf who seems to be humming happily to himself and has a jaunty step at this point in time. And you notice Jace heading towards you.
Jace sees the Alarak and Wobani, gives a friendly wave and yells out, "Hey, chaps, how you doing? Have you had as good a day as I have?"
Well, probably not. Bunch of cowards in the pub. It's a terrible place. Terrible place.
Cowards, hey? I have to say, at my pub there was some uncommon bravery I got to experience, but yes. Sorry to hear your day didn't go so well.
Well, congratulations. Shall we head back to our place? You can lead the way.
I'd lead the way to a place I've never been to before. I've been following the Shifty Pete's instructions, and I have to say his instructions aren't the best. You're lucky I found you at all.
Yes, lucky. Yep, that's the term. It's just this way.
Why are you so happy, Jace?
Ah, my good man. When you're a little older, I'll explain it all to you.
I'm old enough, and why do you look flushed? I tell you, I've had 24 years on this damnable planet.
He gives you a pat on the back and says, "It's a long time, but I'm sure it'll happen for you one day soon."
Are you talking about sex?
Ah, dear. So you do know what happens there. Well, perhaps with a little bit of care to your attire, and we could find right. What race are you again?
What can't you tell? I'm as human as can be. I'm half of you.
Are you? Oh, all right then. Just never met.
Are you
Human quite
ostracizing
like you.
me?
I don't mean to any offence. No, not at
I'm
all.
offended.
Well, I do apologise.
Tell me that you've managed to work some magic there and you've got Nessie under your thumb.
Well, I wouldn't say it was my thumb that she was under, but I certainly would say I worked some magic.
Wobani just kind of shakes his head. This is not a good start for Dodgy Brothers.
I would say it certainly was a good start. But anyway, let's talk about something else if this is making you unhappy.
What makes me unhappy is that we cannot raise enough money to get Alarak home.
How much do you need? And where does he need to get to? I thought this was your home.
Here.
It is for now.
God, no. This place is terrible. It's full of humans.
And
I
dragon.
come from a much better land.
Yes, I do not know the truth of his words. I know he's not from this land for sure. But yes, it would be good. I mean, to be honest, I don't get treated very well.
Oh, well, it's a shame that. Well, if it's money you want, how'd you go with the guard? Did they give you the expected compensation? And what about that bandit camp? Are they interested?
Yes.
Yeah, they hired us for a job. We can do it tomorrow.
But they want proof that it's been dealt with, and I hope we don't have to kill to deal with them. I hope there's some other way.
Have you met a bandit before?
Yes, I killed them. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, we saved you from two of them.
Yeah, see, the bandits, they don't tend to be nice people, and they're not likely to want to leave their camp and run along without some serious convincing at the point of the blade. That's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe with the trade negotiations that are going, maybe we can influence somehow. Maybe they already are influenced somehow. maybe we can deceive and pretend that we know about their dealings with, what was the country that Kordwin said he comes from? Lord and Lady?
Lord Danley?
No, Kordwin Brown. He said that he's the gnomish
Lord
country. Ah, yes, that's the one. Yeah, maybe we say that we know that they're working for the government there, and we've informed Modano, but we have an alternate solution for them. I don't know.
Or we could just bonk their heads in. One or the other.
Now we're talking.
Can we not avoid, is not there? Are your hands not bloody enough?
How do you missed the fight.
Deal with a bumping of heads and whatnot, a little bit of fisticuffs, as you say, not a big deal. But taking life, doesn't that hurt you?
Well, Barney, these are bad people.
And the idea is to not get hurt. The idea is to hurt them.
But you're not hurting them, you're killing them.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. I refuse to talk more on this. And I'm supposed to be the one who's drunk.
It's at this time that you guys reach your Dodgy Brothers building. You can see that there's a light on the first floor. There's a light on the bottom floor as well.
Alright. You can take the sofa there, Jace. Maybe turn the cushion over. Night.
Alright, well, thank you very much, and we'll leave first thing tomorrow to sort out these bandits, shall we, Alarak?
First thing, Wobani might need a couple hours to, sober up a bit, but yeah, sounds good.
I will stay downstairs on the soiled sofa. Jace, you go upstairs. I do not want to meet with Lucy. So when we get there and the lights are on and whatnot, I don't even care that the lights are on. I just go through the front door.
Okay. As you open the front door, there's a lovely aromatic smell wafting in from the kitchen, and you can hear that there's some sort of cooking going on. And it's at this point that your tummy starts to rumble, realizing you haven't eaten in a while.
I didn't realize we had a kitchen inside here, Alarak.
Is that another dig at my cooking? Well, fine. Next time I cook some delicious rat, you're not getting any.
You don't cook it though, you just eat it. And I
cook it for you.
You put a little bit of fire on it, you don't cook it. And I go into the
make
kitchen.
It a black and blue. Yeah.
You can see Lucy at the kitchen cooking away, has some sort of meal prepared. She turns around and goes, "Oh, it's you blokes. Wait, who's that behind you?"
That's Dimble. He's growing. And I'm thunderstruck. I'm just like, that's all the one quip I can say, and then my jaw's hanging open.
Okay, so for you, Jace, you notice this is a small human girl sort of standing at the kitchen cooking some food, and she looks to be about 6, 7, 8. It's hard to tell. She's certainly a bit cleaner than what you guys saw her last, and there's some food in various stages of preparation across the kitchen bench. And she's trying to look intently at your face, Jace.
Okay, well, Jace steps forward and says, you must be Mistress Lucy, the young ward of these gentlemen mentioned. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Right, well, do something useful. Help me here with these sausages.
Jace blinks and then steps in and starts to help out. Are they in the pan at the moment?
They are. She sort of moves away once you've taken over the sausages and start preparing the vegetables.
Alarak, we have sausages. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, there was
Holy
tons of
God.
rat meat. She probably made it from.
It doesn't smell like rat.
Yeah, she's put some spice on it.
How come you never put on spice?
She looks to you, Wobani, and says, "It's turmeric. You've not heard
I
of
don't-
turmeric before."
No. That must be from the south.
To answer
Dwayne.
your question, Jace, the reason is I never had the time.
I got it from Dwayne's place. He's got quite the selection of food. You should try his food sometimes.
I think we had pie from there the other day.
Well, Jace is in the kitchen. He starts singing this a silly little song that's popular with the younger children.
The younger nobles.
Lucy,
Younger villagers. He hasn't. Jace hasn't has much experience with nobles as he might pretend.
Okay. It's got a good beat to it, and she's before long she's tapping her feet to it, unconsciously so, or subconsciously so. And soon enough, she has prepared enough food. She had to add a few more sausages to the pan, but you find yourself at the kitchen table, and there's a fantastic spread that you haven't seen in a while.
and I just I'm still standing there flabbergasted. I'm like, Lucy, Donaru and Holy Donaru and Dunard, what, you can cook?
It's part of my talents I have, yeah. What's it to you?
Clearly quite a bit.
Well, think of it as an incentive to see that you spent your money on the right person. Now, you're going to tuck in or not? She starts eating the food without expecting an answer, not using any sort of utensils, just getting stuck in with her hands.
I tuck in.
Yeah, I'll take
Jace,
take
what you say?
a couple of sausages.
It's not bad. You have a bit of a conversation with her, and then it starts getting a bit dark, and she retires to her room soon enough.
Well, that was an unexpected surprise.
Yeah, it's dinner getting cooked for us, cleaning. It's working. But we've got bandits to kill in the morning. We should get an early bed.
I frown as he says that, and I just finish off whatever's left, and then I say, screw it, Jace, you get this. You can have the soiled sofa.
All right then. I thought you didn't want to go upstairs for some reason.
Too
A
late.
cooked meal has changed my mind.
All right then. Well, I get that I'm a guest here in your home. I'll sleep where I'm put. Thank you very much.
Okay, so this is probably a good position to have our 5-minute break, and we'll see you all in about 5 minutes. We are now live, yes. So
Fantastic.
So what's happened? Not too much has happened this episode so far. We've had some interesting carrying-ons with some bar patrons, and the party has found out that the bandit camp has been becoming a nuisance or a thorn in the authorities' side, and they've requisitioned Dodgy Brothers Solution Architects to investigate it.
Right, so it's 25 gold each to get rid of these bandits.
I
Jace
don't think
gives
this
you
is a good deal.
an interesting look. Is that so?
Of course. It's a reasonable sum.
It's is it reasonable in the sense of the reasonable sum that the gnome offered with the 6 gold?
Well, see, yeah, because that's where the confusion came from. It was 24, so it would be then split between 4 of us because we had that gnome as well, so it would be 6. See?
Hmm. I think maybe I should come with you when we collect this reward also.
Yes, you should definitely meet her. I can't wait.
Oh dear. So it
She
is the
is-
next morning. So you guys
Mhm.
have had a refreshing sleep.
Fantastic. So what I was thinking was we should, because they seem to be, I don't know, maybe they perceived him as weak somehow, but we should send Jace forward sort of with big bags of merchandise as though he's a merchant. He goes forward and we hide in the forest and go alongside. He's the ambush. That was my plan. What do you guys reckon? Jace? You want to be bait?
I thought we could go back into the forest where we lost the trail last time, and I've learned a new spell since then. I can picked up a knack of speaking to animals, so I could interrogate some of the wildlife, see if they've spotted any humans in the vicinity. We could find their camp that way.
Both excellent plans. Wobani, what do you want to do?
I would rather talk to them and find out why they are doing what they're doing. I mean, maybe they need some healing, and that is a point of entrance. And after we enter, we can find out maybe there's more than that what we do not understand. Maybe
Difficult
they work for
childhood,
somebody.
distant father figure, that sort of thing.
It could be something that maybe they're related to somebody in the city. Maybe we have another way to get better money than 100 gold. Oh, sorry, 75 gold. Freudian slip. 75 gold from.
Nice gives Alarak a big look.
Except I didn't actually hear. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the building.
That was Melanol. She wasn't there either.
So.
Oh, you told him 75 too, did you?
I didn't tell him anything.
He didn't tell me anything.
Just that we got a job.
Yeah. So maybe we find out. Maybe they are under the employ of someone. I mean, oh yes, there is a word that we used to have in the village that I come from. When you are observing another tribe. Reconnaissance. We can do reconnaissance. Maybe you can use your animal speaking to get them to look inside.
The animals can give me fairly basic information based on their limited understanding of human affairs, but I can't see through their eyes or give them any sort of complex instructions. They're just not really capable of that.
That seems like a terrible spell to have then. That's just dumb. Why would you have such a terrible spell?
I mean, it'd be very useful. I think that if we can get the birds to tell us where the camp is, we can take care of the rest ourselves.
Maybe they just tell you where their droppings are. I don't know. You cannot see through their eyes. This is not good.
Which is why I think we should dress him up as a merchant. But you have weapons in the bags. They're not actually...
Oh, that is a good idea.
You're not disarmed. You're just hiding your rapier.
While we were waiting for Wobani to wake up from his hangover, Jace went out and picked up a bag of seeds, a bag of bird seed, in furtherance of this plan.
Okay. So that'll probably set you back 1 copper.
Okay.
Okay. I still think that just trying to your plans to ambush them or to what a flying creature of power and blazing eyes and deal death. This is just utter nonsense.
Everyone's a critic. I think it's going to be the best plan, and if you're not prepared to go into combat with these rogues, then I'm not sure that this is the mission for you. I mean, perhaps Alarak and I could go down to that pub I saw on the way here and pick up a couple of heavies, and we could take care of business while you and Lucy prepare dinner.
What is this? No. What if Kordwin, these are people that work for Kordwin, and he uses them to cause fear in Modaño so he can get better trade price?
Right, so we'll leave a couple alive and interrogate them. Okay, sounds like a plan.
What? Maybe we can use them to get that chest from Kordwin.
I mean, all this is contingent on finding them first. We should do that.
I say we do reconnaissance. Learn. Become educated. We are grifters. We don't just walk in there and fight and get 100 gold when we could make 1,000. Right, sorry, Freudian slip. 75 gold when we could make 1,000.
I mean, you do raise a good point, but I think this information might be found rifling through their pockets.
Well, let's not kill them. Let's go find one and bump them on the head, and then we go and we find out.
Okay, bonking on the head. I'll give Jace the not going to be doing that. We're going to be killing them look. Just when the moment Wobani turns his head.
Did I see him do that?
Were you trying to hide it?
Yeah, I was waiting till he turned his head.
Then, no, you missed it, Wobani.
All right, let's go do our scouting then, shall we?
Yeah. Well, we can head towards the spot just before we found you being, you bravely and very successfully holding off the bandits.
Okay. So you guys set out from Modaño, and on this day you find the weather is beginning to change. Low grey clouds are coming in from the east, and there is a definite chance of rain later on. As you work your way northwards once more, hoping to find out more on these brigands that assailed you earlier, you catch sight of a small group of small humanoids travelling slowly towards you.
So, with the skies getting grey like this, I say, Holy Donaru, am I doing the right thing? Give me a sign.
You're going to roll a religion check for that?
Yep. That there is a 3.
A lovely 3. So you stand there for a moment, and nothing seems to assail your attention that would indicate any sort of connection with Donaru.
The wind, the clouds. Damn it, Donaru, you're never ever clear.
So what are you guys
That's all
going to
I
do?
say.
Are you clearing yourself off the path, or are you going to investigate? Or
For small humans? Small humans? No. Strode forward with confidence.
Agreed.
okay. When you get closer, the group of people emerge as a small collection of halflings, tinkers most likely. Unusually though, they are on foot. and there is no sign of a horse-drawn caravan among them. Their slow shuffle is accentuated by small clinks and chimes, a sure sign that these halflings are indeed tinkers. One of the women within the group notices you for the first time. Her eyes brighten, and she races towards you.
Yeah, sure. What's going on? How can we help?
As she gets closer, you see that this halfling is of average height. She has mouse brown hair, styled in ringlets down to her shoulders. Her clothes are bright and colourful, but clash garishly. Her dress runs down to her knees, with the dress's strong purple swirling to bright oranges, then somehow merging into vivacious greens. This is all offset by a multicoloured light shawl filled with browns, yellows, and reds. Unfortunately, these clothes are dirty, ripped, and torn. The woman's face, too, seems grazed and dirtied, with the slight hint of tear streaks leaving a clear line down her cheeks. She looks up to you and says, "Oh, saviors, you must help me. My poor child. They've taken my poor child. Please help."
Who's taken your child, and where, and why?
Bandits took my child. Can you please get him back?
Whatever would a bandit want with a halfling child?
He was in the caravan we were taking to Medanio. Oh, I can't bear to think what they would do when they found him. He was in
All right,
the
Jace.
bassinet.
This is your moment to shine. Negotiate a good deal for taking out these bandits for me.
Rest assured, madam, we will chase down these bandits and bring back your child. No doubt you will richly reward us for this heroism.
I don't have much. We are only poor tinkers. I could possibly get you something if we meet up in the future, but I really don't have anything to give you at this point. You can see that all I have is the clothes on my back.
Madame, you said you were coming on caravan. What caravan is this? What goods are in this caravan?
We bring just odds and ends. Normally, we help fix and mend things that people in cities don't have time to do. We sometimes on sale.
Can you fix a couch? Reupholster it? Make it clean?
I could try. Yes. We were also holding some goods that could possibly be of use to sell in Medanio. They're high quality goods.
You are coming from where?
We were coming in from the Verdant Commonwealth. We've been traveling for quite some time.
I see. And this child is your child?
Yes, Ormond's. I hope he hasn't been killed. Please, you must help. They disappeared into the woods, not 3 miles north of here.
3 miles north. Were there any identifying features? 3 miles north?
They took the caravan and it sort of
the area. Was there a
forest.
The area? Was there a little creek? Was there a bridge? Was there any big rock?
It all happened so quickly. I mean, they killed my husband and some of the other men there. You will find their bodies.
Excellent.
On the side
Landmarks.
of the road.
Okay, landmarks. We can work with that. Let's head up north.
Okay, let's go. Madam, I suggest you go and see Thelma at the guard's house and report this to her. We shall go off in pursuit. Where in town shall we meet you?
I don't really spend much time in town. We usually set up outside of town, but where would you suggest?
Well, we need a place where we can bring you back your son.
I'm happy to stay here.
Probably a bit dangerous here. Why don't you stay near the guardhouse once you've told them that?
Okay, I will take my colleagues and we'll meet you at the northeastern gate.
I would suggest perhaps you stay closer to the southwestern gate. The garrison is close.
Why would I go to the southwestern gate? Surely behind the walls of Medanio I'll be safe. They've not breached the walls of Medanio, have they?
You said you wanted to stay outside the city.
Well, that's where we normally stay, but you guys suggested inside, so we can hang around the gates of the northeastern.
Oh, yes, well, of course. I just thought
Okay,
perhaps you would stay close to the garrison might be safer.
I will leave one of my colleagues at the northeastern gate, and the rest of us, we will retire to the garrison, if that's possible. Please,
It's
you must
probably
help.
Yes, because you can speak to the one called Thelma at the garrison, and make sure you let them know the Dodgy Brothers Solution Architects have sent you.
The what? Solution Architects. I'll keep that in mind.
Yes, DBSA, that's us.
Alright, Alarak's taken off at a half sprint.
Okay. Jace is following after him. Once we're out of earshot from the halflings, Jace says, "Well, this is a bit of luck. With a cart going through the woods, they'll be leaving a trail that we can't help but follow."
Yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult. I reckon tracking them's going to be easy this time.
Okay, so you head about another mile up road, and you notice there has been some sort of a fray recently in the last few hours. There's a couple of shallow graves on the side of the road, and
it's a good thing we got landmarks, because she said 3 miles.
Indeed. And you do notice that there is a small hunting trail off to the right that has been widened by some large device rather recently. Some of the branches have been snapped and torn.
Oh, perfect. Can't miss it.
Okay. Shall we give chase?
We should. Let's give it a go. Wobani, you following with?
Yes, I suppose.
Okay. So you follow the trail of the captured Tinker's caravan, not finding it hard as it has left an easily identical pair of wheel ruts in the dirt trail ahead. The caravan's passing a little while ago has damaged some of the trees adjacent to the trail, and the nearby fauna seems a little agitated. As you progress further down the trail for about an hour, you glimpse an odd sight. A small wooden and reed-woven basket lies on the ground, and some sort of winged creature flies around it, sometimes landing near the basket to talk, before taking off again to fly towards some trees.
We go closer and have a look?
Yeah, I'd like to see. Can I get a better look at whatever it was that was flying?
You can, sure. Are you guys stealthing, or you just...
I think we'd be trying to move quietly, wouldn't we? We want to give it...
As we get closer, yeah. Now we're on the track, actually hunting them off the... Yeah.
So can I get a group stealth check, please?
It's 15 for me.
15 for Jace.
14 for me.
I'd say... What's that? 13, 16.
16. I love you rolling with disadvantage, and yet you still roll the highest.
Oh yeah, this chainmail loincloth is definitely making it a bit harder.
Okay. So you start taking it a little bit slower and keep to the edge of the forest trail, walking with a surprising level of dexterity, especially for Alarak. As you get closer, you notice that the creature ahead of you seems to be some sort of small humanoid, completely naked and lacking fur. Its leathery hide is a dull reddy brown in colour. Its most notable features are its wings that look bat-like in nature and are almost as tall as the creature, and its thin barbed tail that is currently swishing around a little bit.
Do I recognize it?
You can make an Arcana check.
This is a 15.
16 for Jace. It's a little bit difficult to ascertain for yourself. You possibly have heard stories about creatures like this. It seems to be an imp.
And with those stories, do I know if it's tends to be an evil creature or?
No. You just know that that this is it's called an imp, but you don't know a lot about the actual history of imps in general.
But it's in a basket like a baby.
No. He's flying around the basket. Sometimes coming back.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, at this distance, you guys can hear that he seems to be speaking to the basket in common, and he sort of he's got something in his hand that he tries to pass on to the whatever is in the basket, and goes,
Yes, I mean, look, my old goblin friends used to say, "Do not eat green meat," and you can see this meat is not green; it's fresh, it's red. You should eat it and stop your crying. Yes. What? No.
Well, I've got two guesses what's in there.
It hasn't noticed us then, so we've managed to get up close enough to observe it and hear it, but it hasn't noticed us.
That's correct. It's in a small clearing, so if you were to progress any further, it would be much more difficult. But where you are now, you can observe and listen to it. Listen to what it's saying.
Can we see what's in the basket?
Yeah.
No, not from where you are. You'd have to be very close, within 5 feet, to see if there's anything in the basket.
And it was speaking in common, yeah? The imp?
It was speaking in common, yes.
So I whisper, I don't know this creature. What is the play here? Let me guess. Kill it?
Well, I was about to say, it seems to have things handled. I was just going to leave it. It's fairly obvious what it's feeding.
If that's the baby, we need to get that baby to return it. So with Jace's Arcana roll, he doesn't know anything more than the creature's name. Is that right?
The type of creature it is, yes, an imp.
Does he know it's a fiend?
No. You know that they're not natural to this world, but you don't know where they actually come from.
Okay. That's some sort of outlander creature. I'm concerned about its intentions towards what is presumably the halfling child. Should we approach?
I mean,
Yes.
He seems to have things under control.
Does he? The child seems to be quite unhappy.
I suggest the same. Let us bring the child to its mother. Babies should be with mothers.
So the backup plan is we kill it. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, Jace has his crossbow in his hand now, and is signaling to the others he's ready to walk forward.
I just step out, wrapping myself in my cloak, dropping my hood back down again, kind of evincing and emoting the healer's calm as best as I can. And I say, "Greetings, I see you have found the child."
As you guys start moving out and Wobani starts to talk, the imp looks up at the group and goes,
Stop! Who is it that has come here? It better not be more of those bandits. You will find nothing but death here if that's the case.
I am of DBSA.
DBSA?
Yes. Dodgy Brothers Solution Architects. I am here to help with the child.
Really? Well, I'm here to look after the child. If you get any closer, be careful.
You are here. I provide healing.
Make a persuasion check.
Crap. I'm not good at this. 17.
Whoa!
He sort of looks at you for a second, goes,
Healing, you say? Yes, well, he's had a scratch on the face. Maybe you can heal that. Yes. But don't do anything stupid, or you'll feel the sharp end of my tail.
So I come up and go down and kneel down beside the baby, and if it's hurt indeed, I will absolutely use a healer's kit, some band-aids and whatnot to heal the baby.
Okay. As you...
Well,
sorry, what were you going to say?
so while this is happening, Jace steps forward and says, we have been sent here by the babe's mother. What is your business with the child?
He looks to you, Jess, and goes,
I was summoned here by the boarkeeper, and here I will stay.
By the what keeper?
The boarkeeper, yes.
He keeps boars. Are we talking pigs?
So you have been summoned, and you're performing a service for the person who summoned you.
Yes, I will bring protection from anyone who would cause it harm. The boarkeeper is my master. Usually, sometimes, like my Uncle Fred would say, sometimes you may have to grovel early and grovel often, but also you may want to shoot from the dark and not from the path if you want to get past certain things. Yes.
as you get closer, Wobani, you notice a small child lies in this protective bassinet container, babbling quite happily to itself. It's wearing a onesie with similarly bright and colourful clothing as the halfling tinkers you've met on the road. Blues, greens, pinks and maroons swirl and spiral all over the outfit. The child has dark brown hair that falls down to its head in ringlets, and it seems to be holding some sort of wooden animal toy.
Oh, no! So I'll heal it as it is, and I'll heal it and look down at it. I have no idea what to do with babies and whatnot, and I'll be like, well, I guess we take it to its mother. That seems to be the smart thing to do.
Wait, the boarkeeper has a
now.
mother?
Yes, we met. Wait a minute. You believe the child has no mother?
Wait a minute. He called the child the boarkeeper.
Yes, he's the boarkeeper. Yes,
This child summoned you.
he did. Yes. You think that's so stupid?
How old is this child? Is this child a baby actually, or is it just an infant, a toddler?
This child's about 6 months old.
Am I getting like an ominous vibe? Do I hear like Latin chanting around this kid?
I'm gonna.
This is hair, just like dark black.
The child, he's summoned you.
As you look down, you can see that the toy that the child is holding seems to be fashioned as a wooden boar.
Right.
So it's a small wooden boar that he's holding in his hand.
Is it possible that this child? I mean, I look at this baby closely. Is it really a child? Like, is there anything that looks off kilter that might say this is an illusion or something?
Okay, if you want to check that it's an illusion, make...
Well, I'm debating. I look to them. I look to Alarak and Jace. Maybe I should do a detect magic here. I mean,
Sounds like a good idea.
If the imp says he belongs to the child, I don't know. Is there illusion? I don't know.
Has Jace ever heard of any stories of babies summoning extraplanar creatures?
Make
A very
history
specific
check.
story.
That's a 15.
That's a 15. You rack your brain, and no story seems to come to mind about a exoplanetary creature and a baby.
Well, this is a new one.
Huh. Ballkeeper, eh? Hey, this is so much fun. I'm going to take that tracking stone I had out and just start waving it around as though it's really fun. Wanting the kid to get more interested in that than the boar rattle. I want to try and then snatch the boar rattle. Gently, I don't mean like meanly, but I'm trying to get it off him.
Okay, so it's not a rattle; it's a toy.
Right.
But okay, so as you get close to the toy, a bolt of energy is summoned out of the toy and then catches you in the chest, and the imp sort of screams in fury and goes, "I told you, stay back from the boarkeeper." So you take
50
only one-
damage.
only one electrical damage.
What? Ow!
And I'm just kind of sitting down, cross-legged, and whispering some prayers as I do detect magic as a ritual.
Okay, so you're doing detect magic as a ritual.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Can I do a Arcana check to figure out what just went on with that lightning bolt?
Yeah, sure.
That's a 19.
So the lightning emanated from the wooden ball, and in your experience, toys usually don't do that sort of thing. So you've got a pretty good understanding that this toy has some sort of residual magic in it.
It's good of the kid's mother to mention this to us.
As you're looking at that, Alarak has a look around, and you notice that there seems to be some drag marks across the dirt nearby.
Is it the same dirt marks we've been tracking?
No, those were cart track marks. These are wider and shallower.
So, you've already had some people come around here, have you? What's gone on in that way? I'll say to the imp.
Well,
The
the boarkeeper dealt with that. Those bandits won't be coming back anytime soon. That's for sure. Yeah, the best end to an argument is that's at the end of a sharp stick. That's what my uncle says. Uncle Gobbo.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. So something came from that direction. Wasn't bandits anymore. What actually came from? I'm pointing towards the tracks that have been the shallower ones you were saying. What went down that way?
So these are drag marks from basically where the bassinet is out into the forest.
That was the remnants of the bandits. I dragged them away. They seem to be disturbing the boarkeeper.
Right. So,
Rightio. I'll be back in a second, lads.
So if Jace turns to the imp and says, "So, with the boarkeeper's mother has asked us to bring him back to her. Would that be permitted?"
Yes, definitely.
Right, and what will you do?
I will probably go back and wait to be summoned again.
Okay.
I am attached to the boar and serve the boar keeper.
You're attached to the boar. I see.
Yes, yes.
Do you know how the boar came to be in the hands of the boar keeper?
I do not know. It's been a while, but it can be hard to tell. But I feel like it's been a while since I've been out.
Okay. Well, Jace turns to Alarak and Wobani and says, well, I think that as much as I am keen to take the fight to the brigands, perhaps taking this young child back to his mother is more urgent.
All right. Well, I said I'd be back in a second. Have I found the dragged off ones down the track, or was it just like 30 seconds away from the kid?
Yeah, so you move up to the edge of this clearing and you notice that there's about 4 or so bandit bodies just lying there. They seem to be almost you would think that they've been struck by lightning.
Oh, fantastic. All right, I'll collect the proof.
So that's like 4 more scalps.
Yeah. And then head back to that sounds like a man if you really want to. So we can do that. We do need to find their hideout, but it's how far from the town were we?
You've travelled for about an hour east from the main road, so you're not too far.
That's not a problem. Yeah, we can take another 2 hours to do that. That's no worries. As
you've returned, the ritual that Wobani was casting is finished, and you get this feeling of residual magic about this area. It's rather faint, but there is a sense of evocation magic and transmutation magic, and the source seems to be from the boar itself.
So I indicate that to my companions, and that's just it. So it's just comes from the boar and its evocation and transmutation.
Yes. So when you have a closer look at the boar, it's at this point that Ormance sort of turns the boar a little bit in his game of playing with the boar. I think he's starting to chew on the wooden toy, and you see a flash on the underside of the boar toy, and you catch sight of an odd little image that is sort of slightly glowing with magic. It's a eye within an inverted triangle. Seems to be carved on it.
I point that out to Jace. Do you see this?
Interesting. Does that mean anything to me?
You can roll a history check if you'd like.
I was going to see if I recognized it as
18.
well. 6 for Arcana for me.
Okay, neither of you recognize that symbol.
A baby with an item of considerable power, I believe.
It's curious, especially since the child's parents didn't seem to be very wealthy.
Mr. Imp, you have been with the boar keeper for how long?
What, this boar keeper here?
Yes.
My name is Masquin, by the way.
Mateo.
This is the first time I've seen this boar keeper. Before this, I was a boar keeper to a goblin.
And how long have you been with this one?
This is the first time I've seen this boarkeeper.
I see. Now, where the hell is Alarak?
I was just rounding the corner coming back, having found the what the imp dragged off.
What did you find over there, Alarak?
Just these, and I'll chuck you them.
Did you search the bodies for anything other than taking their hair?
You know what? That would have been really smart. I'll be back in a second.
I'll come give you a hand.
Mr. How do you say Maswin Mateo Monkey?
Masquin. My name is Masquin.
Masquin. That's an interesting name. Now, you are new to this particular this boarkeeper. What would happen if I seen my friend the orc was struck by an electrical blast when he went to relieve the child of the interesting item. Is there a proper procedure for passing this item?
I am unaware of it, but
I see.
notice that the bandits tried to take the item and see what happened to them.
Okay. And so, I'll return back to the baby, and I'll be like, "Oh, little one, I healed you, and we are taking you back to your mommy. You miss your mommy?" And I'll do my best to try to be, someone who's good with kids.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. 2.
You when you bend over, you do your surprise face, which actually comes out as quite a scary face.
Yeah, instead of peekaboo, it's like bleh!
A bit like Ice Age when the saber-toothed tiger is doing peekaboo. Peekaboo!
Yeah, exactly.
And the baby starts bawling, and you hear this hum nearby, and a bolt of electricity sort of streaks toward you. Can I get you to make a dexterity saving throw, please?
That would be it's totally how Wobani would do it. 11.
Okay, so the bolt catches you in the chest as you attempt to roll away, and you're singed for 2 lightning damage.
Damn, that hurt. That was not the way to do it. Oh, Masquin, you not helping very good here.
I told you. Do not hurt or try to attack the boarkeeper.
I did not try to hurt the boarkeeper. I healed him. Oh, babies, I just do not understand.
So Masquin sort of moves up to Ormance and goes,
It's okay. It's okay. Look. I've got this.
And he starts doing a little dance jig to entertain the baby, and it sort of calms down a little bit, goes hee hee brrr, and starts it's calmed down again.
I want to hear the noises that the baby made as it calmed down a bit more. What exactly did it sound like?
Bit like that. You want me to keep going?
No.
Is it like a? I was hearing a bit of cat in there as well. So it's a tabaxi? Is it a halfling? What's the? No, fine. So did we find anything on the bodies on the other?
Make an investigation roll. Just one of you.
You have advantage because I'm helping.
I might need it.
Okay. You can roll an additional one.
I can roll an additional 1, yes.
Oh my lord.
Okay. You only seem to find a purse on one of the individuals, and there's a couple of gold in it.
Oh, fantastic. And Jace is with me?
Yep.
All right, Jace. Yep, he's yep. Split it 3 ways. Here's your share. I'll do this one honestly.
Appreciate it.
There you go. I'll push it out to everyone. That's the 1 gold that you got for your scalps before as well. As you look over back to Wobani, you see he's on his ass, and there's sort of a bit of smoke rising from his shoulder. He looks a little bit dazed.
Sounds like a regular Friday. All right. So what's the plan here? We getting them back home?
I think we have to.
Yeah,
It's all just a bit too weird, and I don't think we can leave a young baby in the care of that creature, even though it seems to be doing everything it can to take care of him.
Getting up from my ass, and having seen Masquin doing a dance and making that a brr, brr sound, I do the same thing.
Well, that was the baby making that noise.
That was the baby making the noise.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought Masquin was. All right. So I do the same dance that the Masquin was, so that I can try to get closer to the basket.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
One.
Natural 1. As soon as you start getting close to it, it starts crying again and wailing, and another bolt sort of streaks towards you.
Bugger.
You take
Do I
another
get a
4
chance?
points of lightning damage.
No.
No, because you were trying to
Okay.
entertain it.
Yeah. All right.
Once again, you see Wobani sort of get knocked back and lands on his ass.
Well,
Okay.
I do not know if I care about this boar keeper baby anymore. It hurts me badly.
Jace turns to Masquin and says, Masquin, we're trying to take the baby back to its mother, and Wobani keeps getting electrocuted. Can't you do something to help us here?
Well, if that weird fellow would stop, scaring the child, maybe you'd be able to carry the basket.
Yeah,
Well,
with Barney. Yeah, you just got to do it like this. Approach confidently and not trying to scare him, but not trying to do the silly entertaining stuff anyway. It's,
Okay.
Playtime is over.
So
Serious business now. Let's go home.
you walk up to it, and the baby's calmed down a little bit, looks up at you, and sort of it seems to be staring at your mouth. It certainly hasn't seen a half-orc before, and it seems entranced. So you should be able to pick up the basket with no issue.
See, Wobani? There's no issues. It's easy. Solutions. I have just been the architect of one. All right. So we've got to get back to town. They were just outside town, and get back here. Now, you are going to be a problem. I'm going to say, pointing to the imp.
Well, I will hang around as long as I need to. If we get anywhere near a city, I'll just disappear into the ball. Yes, into the ball.
Oh, there we go then. If you can do that, sounds like a plan.
Okay. So you guys take the basket back towards Badanio.
Yeah. So I knocked off 2 healers, get 1 for healing the baby, and then 1 to heal myself after this experience.
Okay. Well, you'll have to roll a
Yep.
healing surge on top.
Yep.
Okay, probably should
Which
have
is a
done that
waste
first.
if I can. Can I get rid of 1 of them?
I'll give you 1 damage so you can do it. There you go.
There. Okay.
Okay.
Done.
As soon as you make your way back to the road, Masquin goes, "Well, looks like you know where you're going," and he sort of concentrates for a little bit, and then a sort of a glow seems to surround him, and he starts shrinking into a small little white light. And once it's down to the size of a pin, the white light sort of races towards the boar and disappears inside.
Oh, I mean, it's not going to be our problem. It's that halfling woman's. We'll get this kid back to her. We never said it wouldn't be accompanied by a strange flying thing with a giant stinger. That was never part of the agreement.
Well, you seem to have calmed the child. Maybe you should try to take the item now. I do not think it would be wise to give this to the mother. The masked one said that his previous owner was a goblin, and he's only just met the child. So I think somehow, by accident, something happened.
Maybe we just ask the mother to give us that boar as part of the payment. She can get it off him easily enough, surely.
Surely.
Well, there we go. I'm not doing it. It stings.
Yeah. Me neither.
Jace's going to have a go. So he'll approach the child and he
Sing a song to the damn thing.
he'll sing a song. He'll sing a song, and the kid's obviously quite attached to the thing. Jace fishes around his backpack and he pulls out a candle, and he starts waving the candle around, and he offers the kid a swap. Offers to swap the candle for the boar.
So the little kid is once you look over to it, it seems to be chewing on the boar currently. It's got a couple of teeth coming through, from what you can tell. And when you have a lit candle swaying back and forth, it looks up at you.
Oh, not lit.
Oh, okay. Just a normal candle without the light, right? So you sway a candle back and forth. It sort of looks up at the candle and blows you a bubble, and then goes back to chewing on the boar.
So if Jace tries to do a bit of a swap, he'll sort of reach out with one hand, offering, thrusting the candle at the baby, and the other hand reaching for the boar and saying "tar."
As you get close to the boar, a bolt of electricity jumps out towards you.
Oh, great! I get a turn too.
You take 1 electrical damage.
Okay.
Rolling.
I
well
think
on
the
those
kid can keep the boar.
and when that bolt shoots out to your hand, another light emanates out of the boar, and Masquin pops out and goes, "Hey, what did I say? Don't touch the boar." And then he goes back into the boar.
Oh dear.
Don't suppose that you can mage hand the boar? Is that the spell that you know?
It's not one of the spells I know.
Neither.
Would you even know the spell Mage Hand?
I don't know. Would I?
Well,
I
how
probably
many times
wouldn't.
have you spent with a mage?
Well,
Oh,
wasn't that Dimble used it inside the sewers?
Fairly sure he grabbed something at distance. He might have.
I didn't think he had that spell, but maybe not.
Anyway.
you guys head back towards the town, and it's about mid-morning when you get back. It looks like Kara, that halfling that you spoke with earlier, is at the entrance, and as soon as she sees you carrying the bassinet, she sort of races towards you. Did you find him? Is he alive?
He
Yes.
is. It's quite peculiar. He seems to have found an object of power. Did you give it to him?
What is it you're talking about? We don't carry things. Let me see him, please.
Yeah, he's just down here. I'll sort of slowly having to squat down, put the basket on pass it over to her.
And as soon as she races up to the basket, you hear the baby go, "Mum, mum, 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 mum." And she picks up Ormance and hugs him tight. And goes, "Are you okay, Ormance? Oh my God, you're alive! You're alive! Oh."
Yep. You're welcome.
What's happening to the boar when all this is happening?
The boar's fine. It's inert currently.
Where is it? Is the baby holding it, or is it in the basket?
It's you guys are so keen on it, aren't you?
We are snatching this toy from the baby.
It is in the baby's hands at the moment.
Curses.
Good halfling mother of a dangerous baby. The toy this your child carries, this item, is the object of power that Jace has mentioned. We would highly recommend that you relieve your child of this item. But be warned, when we tried it, we got smacked with electricity. It did not tickle.
What? This thing? It's just a family heirloom. It's been with us for generations. Hasn't done anything.
You're shitting me.
No.
And it is the payment for rescuing your child. I think that's fair.
Listen, I cannot part with this thing. This has been with us for generations.
Yes, there is an.
Oh yeah, it's
inside
clearly
your-
much more valuable. Yeah.
There's an imp inside there, and his name is Masquin, and he said that prior to your child being named the Boar Keeper, he belonged to a goblin. So, yes, maybe it belonged to your family for generations, but I think at this moment it would be in your best interest to have someone who is more familiar with such magics.
You wish to take a toy away from my Ormance? What kind of people do you think are you?
The ones who just rescued him?
Yes, exactly that point.
Listen, I will see what I can do, but he is very attached to that thing.
There was 4 bandits that were about to kill him. We had to take care of these bandits.
Make a deception check.
Look at the belt of my friend there. You see how we had to kill those bandits.
Make a deception check.
Perception?
Deception.
Ah,
You're lying to her.
fudge. I'm trying to. Isn't
You're
that
lying
right,
to
my
her.
friends? Isn't that right? We had to deal with those. I'm trying to get them to aid me in my
Well, I'm
deception.
waving the things
It's
around.
a straight deception.
15.
Right. She hesitates for a second and says, "Look, without the caravan and the goods inside, we will be destitute, and it may be that we can only live with this item and possibly selling it for the money that it's worth."
Here,
If you
I
get-
give her 20 gold piece. I give her 20, and I say, "Here you go. Take this."
You're offering 20 gold pieces for
Yep.
the boar.
Yep.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Oh, fudge. Jace!
No, it's you.
I know. 10.
Okay. She hesitates and says, "Look, I will see what I can do about convincing Ormance for to let go of this toy, but he's extremely attached to it."
Well, we can get another toy.
But look, if you can retrieve the items that have been stolen as well, that would go well on our way to helping us.
Sure. We'll go rescue your worldly possessions for the toy.
I feel like we're already well on the way to helping
Yeah.
you. We've
Yes, we.
returned your child, and you seem to be very reluctant to offer a smallest trifle by way of reward.
If this object has protected him so far? Why do you think it's the smallest trifle?
Protected him? What?
You said that he was surrounded by brigands, and yet
That we slayed?
he's uninjured.
Yeah, because we got there just in time.
Is that what you say? You also said there was an imp that was summoned by this thing. Is that true?
Yeah, it was a horrible, scaly, red, evil-looking thing. You should have seen it.
Yes.
Right. Ormond, can you bring that back? And she sort of whispers something to Ormond, and all of a sudden the bright light of Masquin sort of shoots out of the boar and appears again.
What am I doing here?
I'm surrounded. Who's this? And Kara looks at Masquin and goes, "What are you? What? How did you come out of this thing?" I am attached to the boarkeeper. Your child here is the boarkeeper.
See? Everything we said. Kara, we are trying to make sure you are in the best thing is done for you. We have said we will retrieve your goods, but we're just saying that we thought that your child was more precious and that, child plus goods would be something that you would be amendable.
So she looks at Masquin and goes, "They said that that they protected poor Ormonds from bandits. Did you see this?" And Masquin sort of looks at you guys and narrows its golden eyes and goes,
No, they weren't here. The wooden boar did it. It shocked them.
And who would you believe, lady?
People who brought you your child back, or some strange entity from God knows where?
And did nothing to help your child.
So can you make a persuasion check, please?
Who is this?
It can either be Alarak or Wobani, because you're the guys that have mentioned something.
Oh.
Jace is
Sure
decidedly
thing,
quiet
sure-
at the moment.
Yeah, sure, I'm glad we brought the charismatic bard.
Oh my
There we
god,
go.
that's a 19.
19.
Nice.
She looks to Masquin and looks back to you, and then looks to Masquin. Says, "You're a strange creature. How can I trust you against these people who have saved my child?" And Masquin looks at you and goes,
I don't think they're as honorable as you think they are. But if I can't convince you, then I will be off.
and with a bright light, he vanishes back into the ball. Well, it's a strange item indeed that a creature such as that could come out. Listen, Ormond is still attached to it, but if you give me some time, maybe I can convince him otherwise.
Sure
I
thing.
think
You work on
would
that,
be wise.
and we'll go get your worldly possessions back.
Okay. So did you pass over the 20 gold?
You will get the 20 gold when we get the item.
Okay, you mentioned that to her. She goes,
Yes.
Okay. If you
Although
bring up the
I
worldly
feel
possessions-
poorly that you have nothing now, my heartstrings are tugging. You can take 5 gold, so that you, if you need to get some things in town.
She
And I give her 5
nods
gold.
and takes the gold readily and says, "Thank you. I will meet you at near the garrison, I think."
I nod my head and I just start. I walk away.
Jace turns to the mother and says, I don't trust that creature. Please keep a close eye out for her.
Okay, I will keep an eye out. Hopefully, Ormond doesn't need his presence again. Thank you once again for saving him. He's precious to me.
It was our pleasure, man. Have a good day.
And you, thank you. And with that, she sort of turns and heads back into the city.
Well, holy shit. That was a close one. I don't think I've sweated so much in a long time.
I
Yeah,
must say
strange
Almost blew the
creature.
cover.
that was some very good rolls.
I think that I said just the right words in the right combination at the right time. It finally played out. See, Jace, some I'm learning. I may not have
Hey,
your
you could
looks.
you could learn a couple of things from Wobani, actually, Jace. That's how you persuade someone.
Yeah, damn you, you son of a bitch, making me do all the talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. My heart just wasn't in it. Trying to take that from that poor woman.
No, this is not about us. We're doing the right
wealthy
thing.
people. I'm very happy to use all my charms to take them for what I can. But the poor
But I think
destitute woman.
we are missing the point. There was 4 bandits trying to acquire this item from the child. This suggests to me that it wasn't just bandits willy-nilly. It seems like they knew the child had this item and they were wanting the item. They could give a shit about the child.
That's a very good point. We should head back and make sure there's no more bandits, because 6 now doesn't exactly make a bandit camp worth sending people out for, does it?
Well, it also tells me that there is someone else involved in this. So I think maybe it's not Kordwin, but maybe it's someone else like a Kordwin. If bandits are as dumb as you say, then who is the smart guy behind?
I see what you're saying. We should go up and interrogate a few.
Mm-hmm.
Let's head back up. They're only an hour away.
Bonk them on the heads.
Non-lethally. Mm-hmm. Again, I shake my head to Jace the moment he turns his head.
Jace gives you a look of understanding.
Before we go, I think that we probably need to stop at the shop before we go, because my healer's kit is starting to run low and I'm concerned about how many we might need. So on the way out of the Modaño, want to stop at a shop where I can replenish the supplies in my healer's kit?
Yep. Okay.
Or stock it up with more?
So you've only used 4. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that will set you back. It's 5 silver per check. So that'll be 2 silver. 2 gold. Sorry.
Okay. Can I try to haggle?
For the sake of brevity, you haggle down to the normal price.
All right.
They were attempting to upsell you.
All right. Back up to 10. Cool. Okay. We're good. I resupplied. I'm in better shape now. We can move out.
Let's head on out then. Find these bandits.
So you head on back to where you found Ormond and Masquin before, and the trail of the caravan leads further into the forest. It's once again a fairly easy trail to follow. So as you venture forth following the trail of the caravan, you make good progress. After a bend in the track a little bit further on, you catch sight of the object that you have been tracking. Up ahead is a large wooden carriage. The carriage presents similar traits to the halfling tinker's clothing. It's awash with colour with blues, greens, yellows, reds, and even some brown. Even from this distance, you can see some damage has been sustained to the caravan. Vicious score marks run the length of the caravan where you suspect tree branches have marked it, and it seems one of the caravan's wheels is broken, and one of the caravan's wheels is broken under all the rough treatment. The light has dropped significantly as well, even though it has reached early afternoon. Menacing grey clouds blanket most of the sky as the first few drops of rain start falling.
Any people?
Make a perception check. So with a 10, you scan the area. You can't see any movement from your vantage point.
Okay, I'll stealth closer up to check it out.
I'll hang back.
That was a 9 for stealth.
Okay, so you're stealthing up and having a look through.
Yeah, yep.
So you progress further towards the caravan. Having a look around, you cannot see any bandits nearby. It seems this caravan has been abandoned.
And looted?
Well, you can make an investigation check to see what's inside.
15.
Okay, so you work over through the caravan, and you notice that the caravan certainly can't be moved any further. The back wheel, one of its back wheels, has totally been destroyed, so cannot be moved. It looks like the bandits have cleared it out of any valuables, since they can't move the caravan anymore. So any signs of equipment has been taken with them further east.
Wobani, is it, do you have the magic to repair the broken wheel?
I look at Jace, and I'm like, well, I'm not sure. I tried. I thought this spell worked in such a way, and I tried to, kind of prevent a bar fight, and it didn't work. So I'm not sure this little bit of magic works, but I can give it a try. So I will attempt to mend the wheel.
Just gonna have a look at the spell. Okay. Spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch. As long as it, so you lean over, and the several spokes on this wheel have been shattered. You may be able to mend one of the spokes with this spell, but it'll take a while to completely mend the wheel.
Yes, I think I might be able to do this, but it will take probably the rest of the day to fix the wheel. There's a lot of little mendings. Interesting. So I can't get the person's pants to stick to a chair, but I think I can fix a wheel. Okay. Should we wait, or should we continue?
This could be a good spot for me to cast Speak with Animals. If we can take 10 minutes for me to cast it as a ritual, perhaps you could work on the wheel while I do that?
I think in 10 minutes, maybe I might be able to repair half of this one spoke of the many spokes. So, sure. Got nothing better to do, I guess. Hey.
Okay, so as Wobani gets to work mending the wheel, you get about a couple of spokes healed and fixed at that point. You probably got about 3 broken spokes to go. While Jace is concentrating on sensing the animals nearby and working out the language to speak with them, and once your ritual is finished, you have this ability to converse with the animals you hopefully can seek.
Excellent. Do I see any animals nearby? Maybe birds by preference?
Make a perception check.
Eighteen.
Okay, you look around and you see a crow sort of attempting to find some cover as the rain starts to beat down.
I call out in bird. I say, "Friend Crow, come over here. It's dry and I have seed. I would like to talk to you. I wish your wisdom."
So Wobani and Alarak hear a horrible cacophonous cawing from Jace as he starts to speak to the crow. Whereas Jace, you see the crow look at you suspiciously and then flies down and keeps probably about 2 feet away from you on a branch nearby and goes,
Ah, who speaks to me that way? A human, how odd. What is it you're after?
I would like to know what you have seen in these parts. I am looking for some other humans, and I know that crows see all. I will pay you in seed.
Is that so? Leave some seed there on the ground and I will try it to see whether you are indeed bringing a wholesome meal.
Jace shakes a quarter of the bag of seed onto the ground.
he flutters down and starts chewing on it and swallowing it quite quickly. He seems to be enjoying it.
Oh, that was good. Thank you. Yes. There has been some disturbances recently. That brown and wooden thing on wheels came through here not 2 hours ago and sort of was abandoned by strange two-legged creatures that kept on going in that direction.
It sort of points a wing off towards the east.
They were leaving in quite a hurry.
Did you see where they came to a stop?
Oh no, I saw a good worm to eat and flew off in that direction. But they were definitely heading east.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your information.
And I thank you for the lovely, lovely birdseed. Do you have any more?
I do have more, but I think I might need to keep it in case I need to pay. In case I find a bird who does know where these humans have gone.
Do you want me to go hunting for them? If you give me
Well,
some more birdseed, maybe I'll do that.
if you could do that, yes, there would definitely be birdseed in it for you.
I see. Well, one moment. I will be back in about, I don't know, 20 minutes, I think.
And it with that it sort of takes flight. And you hang around. Are you doing anything in this time, Jace?
Jace is going to find somewhere to just hide, I suppose, and somewhere with a bit of cover and hide, and just keep an eye out for any bandits that might approach.
Okay. So about half an hour later, that same crow comes back to you and looks at you and goes,
Caw, 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 caw.
Oh no!
and it looks expectantly at you.
Oh no! Jace casts Speak with Animals using a spell slot.
Okay. It goes, can you hear me?
There's a
Yes.
camp, and I think I saw some of those humans again. Probably about more as the crow flies, about an hour away.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that information. And how many humans were there over there?
It's about 4 or 5, I think.
Jace offers the basket of Jace offers the bag of seeds and says, "Thank you very much, friend Crow. That was exactly the information we needed."
It's my pleasure. And he starts tucking into it. Are you leaving any seed behind, or are you letting him eat the rest of it?
He can have the rest of it, I think.
Okay. Okay, I think this is probably a good time to leave it for the night. Thank you very much, guys. And thank you, listeners.
Thank you.
No worries.
Yep.
Hope
Thanks so
everyone
much
enjoyed it.
there, Dua. That was pretty cool. And thank you, viewers in Twitchland.
And we'll pick it up next week. So I'll just cover. Just hold on a second. So yeah. So thanks very much for listening. I hope you had a good time. Remember, you can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Podbean, and Discord. See the details in the Twitch descriptions below. And if you want to vote, come join us on the Filthy Pig Discord server. Thank you very much.
Till next week.